This is Akashvani Shillong broadcasting on FM 103.6 MHz and on 347.2 meters medium wave corresponding to 864 kHz and also live streaming on News on Air app and DTH. And now we present to you children's program. Good morning, listeners, and once again we welcome you, our dear young friends, to your special children's program that comes to you every Sunday. Well, this morning we have for you a program that is arranged and conducted by Srijata Chakraborty, and the theme for today's program will be vocal imagining. In this program, you will also be hearing songs to be sung by the children. The children who will be participating in today's morning program will be Azela Lingdo, Maishwa Naki Nokanri, Joy Tiana Maulong, Dipali Chetri, Akriti Chetri, and Aziel Dankupar Walang, who will be accompanying with the guitar. Vocal imagining is a concept that refers to the expression the sound of your voice leaves on the minds and hearts of your audience. So be it corporate office, boardrooms, classrooms, the world is our stage and how we perform matters. Our voice is our power of expression. Well, now, let us begin today's program with a song to be sung by Aziel Dankupar Walang and Party entitled A Million Dreams.
I close my eyes and now I see the world is waiting up for me that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through as no one's been before, but it feels like home.
They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy.
We can live in the world that we design.
'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day.
They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy.
Run away to the world that we design.
'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head.
A million dreams are keeping me awake.
I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see.
A million dreams is all it's gonna take.
Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
Well, listeners, after that beautiful song, let us now listen to the program arranged and conducted by Srijata Chakraborty on the theme Vocal Imagining.
Welcome to Voice Explorers, Behind the Mic. I'm Captain Echo, and today we're diving into the awesome world of vocal imaging, where your voice becomes your signature sound. Let me take this opportunity to introduce our explorers today.
First of all, I hope everyone is having a good day. My name is Azil Kuparwala and I love singing as it calms my soul.
My name is Azala Zenobia Lingdor and I love to sing.
My name is Maisha Naki Nongkanri. I love to sing too and I'm a student.
My name is Chaitanya Molong. I love to sing.
My name is Dipali Chetri and I'm an artist because life imitates art.
I'm Akriti Chetri and well, my ink-stained hands will tell you that I am a passionate poetess.
But wait, this isn't just about cool intros and podcast vibes.
We're also going to see how voice shows confidence, leadership and personality, skills that matter in class and in the broad room.
Ready to sound like a pro? Whether you're presenting, podcasting or pitching your future big idea, let's warm up and get loud. Your voice is your power. Before we jump in, let's get those vocal cords moving, shall we? No, you don't need to be a singer. Just follow along and have fun with it.
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Can you can, a can as a canna, can a can. Can you can a can as a canna, can a can. Can you can a can as a canna, can a can.
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy, was he? Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy, was he? Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy, was he?
You know New York, you knew New York. You know you need New York. You know you need New York. You know you need New York. You know New York, you need New York. You know you need New York.
That's alright to make all the kinds of mistakes you want. These are known as your tongue twisters. When you have tongue twisters, they will twist your tongue into mistakes. And they also help not just to clear your vocal cords, but also to help you make your punctuation better. So, let's start with the last tongue twister for today. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked.
A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked.
If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers,
If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers,
where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked?
Where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked?
Now let's say it all together, yes? Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? Yep, it does sound a little silly, but loosening your mouth and stretching your voice is exactly what the pros do before a very big recording. Let's get that voice ready to shine. Let's take a line from Shakespeare's Sonnet 28. When in disgrace with fortune and men's eyes.
Say that slowly with a voice full of sadness and frustration, and it instantly sounds like the start of a deep, emotional podcast or a dramatic monologue.
When in disgrace with fortune and men's eyes.
But now imagine it's spoken like a motivational narrator.
When in disgrace with fortune and men's eyes.
Now it feels like the beginning of a personal comeback story. Same words, totally different mood.
Let's try this line from Sonnet 6. Like as the waves make towards the pebble's store. In a calm, thoughtful tone, it becomes meditative. Like something from a nature podcast. Say it with urgency and tension, and it suddenly feels like a warning about time slipping away. Why don't you try it with me now? Let's take the calm, thoughtful tone first. Like as the waves make towards the pebbled shore.
Like the waves make towards the pebbled shore.
Now let's say it with an urgency. Yes? Like the waves make towards the pebbled shore.
Like the waves make towards the pebbled shore.
Or let's give it a corporate look. Like the waves make towards the pebbled shore.
Like the waves make towards the pebbled shore.
Let me give you the chance now to try it for yourselves.
Well, I will be reciting a self-composed poem titled Keep Showing Up. It basically reminds us of the importance of consistency. Keep showing up. Some days are bright, some days feel rough. The path gets steep, the ride gets tough. But when you've had enough, hold your ground, keep showing up. The world will doubt, the noise gets loud, but quiet minds can stand out proud. You don't need fame, you don't need luck. You just need grit when times get tough. It's not all marks, it's not just grades. It's what you learn when effort fades. The late night tries, the silent tears. That's how you grow beyond your fears. So chase your goal, but take your time. It's not a sprint, it's your own climb. And when it's hard, don't say, I'm done. Say, it's tough, but I won't run. You're more than scores, more than just a test. Your dreams and strength and all your best. So step by step and never bluff. You've got this, just keep showing up.
Here's another self-composed poem. Gambled away an object mere, her husband silent, their rights for others to stare. As her clothes ripped, they watched in shame, this plight on Hastinapur's man to blame. As she was disrobed, their eyes couldn't stare. Kings and elders watched mute in despair. In her darkest hour, no savior near. Hurry, she chanted without any fear. In her anguish, when none came to her aid, hurry, she chanted, unafraid. And Kana came, her honor to save, like a beacon of light, her way to pave. That day the court was shame unfolds, men of Hastinapur their honor sold. For in her own court her honor torn, but from this the bravest woman born, an empress of a timeless range. In every heart her name still remains. From palace halls to fields of strife, she bore her trials, she lived her life. Through dice and wars, through fire's embrace, she held her head with queenly grace. In every heart her legacy stays, Draupadi, the embrace, and eternal praise. Thank you.
That's the power of vocal imaging. It's not just what you say, it's how you say it. Your voice creates the mood, the meaning, and the message. It's like a personal branding, but with sound.
So I want to share a small but powerful story from the life of Gautama Buddha. It's a story that reminds us how to deal with anger, us or others. One day, while Buddha was walking with his disciples, a man came running towards him. The man looked angry, his face red, his body shaking. Without any warning, he started shouting at Buddha, saying harsh words full of anger and hate. But Buddha stood still. Completely calm. He didn't react, he didn't speak, he just listened. After a while, the man got tired. He stopped shouting. Buddha gently looked at him and asked, "If someone offers you a gift and you refuse to accept it, who does the gift belong to?" The man was confused. He thought for a moment and replied, "Well, it would still belong to the person who tried to give it." Buddha smiled and said, "Exactly, in the same way, I do not accept your anger. It stays with you." And just like that, without using a single harsh word, Buddha taught a lesson that many of us forget. We don't have to accept someone else's anger. We can stay calm and choose peace. So the moral of the story here is, anger is just like a gift. If you don't accept it, it still belongs to the one who offered it. Don't carry what's not yours.
All right, voice explorers, it's time for a voice style challenge. And today, we're bringing in a classic tune you might know. Yup, you guessed it right. It's my favorite things from The Sound of Music. But here's the twist. We're not just singing it. We're going to style it in different voices, tones, and signature styles. Are you ready?
Yes.
The first style that we are going to go with should be a classic, right? So let's go with the classic style of Maria on the Hills. The musical style, right? Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Sing it with me. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. This version is warm, clear and comforting, like a lullaby. Let's try it again. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Let's take it dramatic now. Yes, bigger voice, bolder pronunciations. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. It's theatrical, powerful, almost like you're on a grand stage. Imagine yourself on a grand stage. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Now let's take it down a notch, shall we? Let's make it more like a corporate presentation. You're in a boardroom, you're bored. Everybody else is bored, but you need to make them feel not so bored. You have to get them to listen to you. How do you do it with this song? Imagine this as a creative pitch in a boardroom. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. Let's try it again. Now this time let's try it from the top. Each paragraph with a different tone. Yes? Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Let's make it dramatic. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzels with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. All right, voice explorers. We've played with tone, we've played with expression and style today, using everything from Shakespeare to my favorite things. Now let's shift gears and take a moment to really feel the power of vocal imaging. We've learned that the voice can tell a story, set a mood, and even connect with people on an emotional level. Now let's challenge ourselves. Take that knowledge and channel it into something deeply emotional. As you sing, think about the emotion in your voice. Picture those feelings in your mind and let them flow into your performance. This is vocal imaging in action. You're not just saying the words, you're conveying a message through your voice style.
When I am down and know my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burden be,
Then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains.
you raise me up to walk on stormy seas.
I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up to more than I can be.
Wow, what a powerful performance! That was amazing! You all used your voice to create emotion and meaning. That's what vocal imaging is all about. It's how we can take words, any style, and make them resonate with others. You've just immortalized your voice in the most powerful way possible. by adding emotion, depth, and personal expression. Now that we've explored how our voice styles can change our performance, think about your favorite songs, speeches, or even moments in your life where your voice really made a difference. The more you practice, the more you'll discover how your voice can shape the world around you, both on stage and off. Thanks for joining today, Voice Explorers. Keep practicing those tones and styles, and remember, your voice is a powerful tool that can make waves.
Boy, he could preach, the man spoke things of heaven, yet still on the earth. He stood on that hill from morning until you could see the hunger in our eyes. Turn to my mama, as what should we do? 'Cause all we had were more cells left, and something told me that my mama believed this preacher could use more than me. Trying to let go. My heart isn't easy, but I give you control. I know it's not much, but I know what I owe. I give you all my fishes and loaves. Saw his disciples, they were there too. When this water turned to wine, they've seen with their eyes the lame man arise. So I walked up to them and I said, trying to let go. My heart isn't easy, but I give you control. I know it's not much, but I know what I owe.
Listeners, you were listening to children's program, The Range, conducted by Srijata Chakraborty, and I hope you have really enjoyed listening to the program as much as we do so presenting it to you from our studios. And the theme of today's program was Vocal Imagining. And the children who participated in the program were Azala Lingdoa, Maishwa Naki Nokanvi, Joy Tiana Maulong, Dipali Chetri, Akriti Chetri, and Asiel Dunkuparwalang, who accompanied with the guitar. And with that, we now come to an end of today's children's program. This program is brought to you by Akashvani Shillong. Until we meet again next time, this is Akashvani Shillong.